had a teacher back in 6th grade, and she said, I don't think that animals have spirits. And she was a Christian, and I could understand that, I guess. A lot of people just kind of had different opinions of if animals did or didn't have spirits. I found this one verse in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 21, and it says, "Who knows the spirit of man that goes upward and the spirit of the animal that goes downward to the earth?" So, looking at that one verse alone, I saw they both have spirits. Here's another thing too. If you look into the the Hebrew, you can look into the original text. I'm going to put Strong's Concordance link at the description at the bottom. If you look at it, it says spirit, H07307. That's I guess the word for it, and it can be translated wind, breath, mind, and spirit, all the same word. If you look at the spirit of the man, that word spirit, and the spirit of the beast, the word spirit, it is the same word, like the same number in Hebrew, 7307. Okay, and furthermore, if you look at Genesis 1 verse 2, it says that the earth was without form and void, darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. If you look at that word spirit in the concordance that I put at the bottom, then you can find 7307. This says the same word, spirit of the man, spirit of the animal, spirit of God. So I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know what you really do with that. But remember, like, it says that you can also translate it as breath too. So to me, that's kind of like saying if something has breath, it has spirit. So looking at a couple more verses, if you look at Job 27 verse 3, Job says, "All the while my breath is in me, and the Spirit of God is in my nostrils." You know, he could have actually said the breath of God is in my nostrils, but since they're interchangeable, breath and spirit. Let's see, Job 33:4. "The Spirit of God has made me, and the breath of the Almighty has given me life." Could say the Spirit of God has given me life. When you look at stuff like the snake in the Garden of Eden, I do want to say the snake was not Satan. The snake was actually a snake, because God ended up cursing all snakes after that. That would really suck, you know, like if Satan turned into some animal and then all of those animals got cursed just because of what he did. That also wouldn't really make much sense. So it was the snake. Look at stories like Balaam and the donkey. I think that's in Numbers. God opens up the donkey's mouth and the donkey starts talking to Balaam. Things like that. And here's some stuff that I have questions about, actually. If you look at Psalms 150 verse 6, it says, "Let everything that has breath praise the Lord." Everything that has breath, like not just people, but animals. And maybe a bigger question that I have is when Jesus, his Great Commission, Mark 16:15, Jesus said to them, "Go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature." Like, I thought salvation was only for people. I mean, I know that believers who have Christ inside of them can ask what they want, and they can have God give it to them because Jesus is inside of them. I suppose you can heal animals as well as people, according to the gospel. I'm not really sure what preaching to an animal would be like. And you know, and I kind of thought it would be funny. You know how the people in Acts, how they started speaking in tongues. They started speaking in tongues to everybody, and they were speaking their own language. Like, what happens if a person starts speaking in tongues to like a dog or something? He starts talking like a dog. Anyway, I'd like to know what you think. I'd love to hear some comments and maybe get some more insight about this.
Hello?